Chalk Talk number 3 of the regular season here in 2015, and for the first time we get to do it coming off a win. I also have a new marker. I know a lot of you were very concerned last week on Twitter, but this one is new, it's sharp, it's bright, and so was Mr. 88, Jimmy Graham, on this play. We get a win, but it never changes course. Players, formations, plays. Players, formations, plays. This was the third down, 3rd and 5 in the third quarter. This was the touchdown pass ultimately to Jimmy Graham. This happened to be just the second third down conversion of the game for the Seahawks. 0 for 6 in the first half, and no surprise that when they finally get a third down conversion, it was Mr. Baldwin on their little vertical switch release on this drive. You get to 3rd and 5, and if it's not Doug Baldwin on third down, I'd sure like to see 88. These two should be the 1 and 2 options on most of their third down plays for me for the rest of the season. And I don't care if the other team knows some of those tendencies or not. These two guys should not be covered one-on-one, and more often than not, they win. Their track record says it. Players, formations, plays. So you got your player involved earlier, Doug Baldwin, on the previous third down. You're going to try to find a way to get 88 involved. Formationally, I kind of like this. You know, I'm not always a big fan of straight empty. I think at times there's a place for it, but what I like about this set, and they're going to go with what they call a scat protection, which is a 5-man protection, and it's free releasing their back. So in essence, you get a lot of what you love about empty. You get everybody out of it, but you're also showing this defense, and you're not declaring that it's just pass. You keep it back in. You keep Jimmy Graham right off the ball. There's no reason they can't do a little run game or a zone read or a sprint draw or anything out of that. So the formationally, you're not giving everything away, but you're getting a lot of the advantages that you get out of empty of spreading people out. So scat protection, 5-man protection, Fred Jackson free releases to the flat, and ultimately he wheels it up. You're going to get Jimmy Graham is your kind of second option off of what you were expecting to be a man-to-man look. So you get to third downs, you play this chess match, you're expecting a certain down distance coverage, and Darrell Bevell wins. He gets exactly what he wants again. He's going to get Jermaine Kearse and Tyler Lockett with their little rub route concepts. Because of that rub route, we used to call this Reno. And I think still using a lot of that language in the West Coast system. R for rub. Well, what's the concept coming off of that? That's our Reno pattern. So these two are trying to rub off the guys that are chasing them in man-to-man coverage. You get 3 over 2 here. Doug Baldwin, like Fred Jackson, is on a little flat wheel. So you knock these guys out with the attention paid to that. You get the DB chasing Jermaine. They do a pretty good job of passing it off. The linebacker is going to run with Fred Jackson, and you get everybody cleared out. You get an awful 3-man rush where these guys fall down. You get the linebacker spying on Russell Wilson. So at the end of the day, players, formations, plays, you get your man concept, and Russell's looking first underneath to see if one of these guys is rubbing clean, and I love that Tyler Lockett is in that position, and that will pay dividends this season when they come back to this concept in this play. And then secondly, they cover it up. Now I get Jimmy Graham on a defensive back in space, and this is what I want more of. As this season evolves, give me 88 in the middle of the field with guys clearing it out. I don't care if it's post wheels. I don't care if it's smash corner. I don't care if it's rub routes underneath. Give me 88 between the hashes with this amount of field, and whether the safety's on his back, whether the DB is trying to climb up his back, whatever it is, this is the matchup I want. Russell has time because of an awful rush, because of a spy that doesn't get home. He gets the DB on his back. He catches it. He splits the safeties. If they're going to get Jimmy Graham involved, I don't want it to just be on stick routes. I don't need it just in flat routes. I don't even want it in conventional seam routes. Give me this real estate. Spread everybody out and give me this real estate for 88. And a lot like Gronk in New England, he's going to make you pay in this area of the field.